This Friday is just like last Friday.
Let's get this party started.
Let's party.
Okay, party people. I love working here.
What are you going to wear on Casual Friday?
If you buy me a beer, I'll see what I can work up.
Take a beer and 2 olives to stuff in my ears.
You know what? I shouldn't have had that 8th beer.
Today's radio show is sponsored by alcohol.
Showtime.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to NSS. This is the Reynolds Report. Angelina Jolie and her children have been interviewed by FBI agents concerning the allegations that Brad Pitt was verbally abusive and got physical with his 15-year-old son Maddox on the couple's private plane. 2 FBI agents spent 3 hours with Jolie and the children at their Malibu home to gather facts about the alleged incident. Sources say it's unlikely that the FBI will proceed with an official investigation. Phil Collins may be known for middle-of-the-road hit songs, but the hits he deals out in a recent British interview are somewhat more pointed. For one thing, his feelings on former Beatle Paul McCartney can't be repeated. When he starts off by telling the Times of London that McCartney was one of my heroes, he adds that he has this thing when he's talking to you, where he takes the attitude. I know it must be hard for you because I'm a Beatle, I'm Paul McCartney, and it must be very difficult for you to actually be holding a conversation with me. Phil recalls meeting McCartney in 2002 at a Buckingham Palace party. He said, McCartney came up with Heather Mills, and I had a first edition of the 1968 biography, The Beatles. And I said, hey, Paul, do you mind signing this for me? And he said, oh, look, Heather, our little Phil's a bit of a Beatles fan. And I thought, fuck you. I never forgot that. Everybody's heard Donald Trump say some pretty shocking stuff on that Access Hollywood tape, but they really let loose in that debate the other night. Well, not really. But this audio from the candidates and Chris Wallace that we've taken out of context and bleeped unnecessarily make it sound really dirty.
I'm Chris Wallace. You. Silence, please. Silence.
Thank you very much, Chris, and thanks to UNLV for us.
Secretary Clinton, you. Mr. Trump.
Well, first of all, it's great to be with you, and you, everybody.
You should some of the women that I've with. Women I've over the course of my life.
What's wrong with that?
Young girl I met here in Las Vegas, Carla.
It's not okay with me.
He started his campaign immigrants.
1 or 2 or 3 or 4.
They hard, and I could just not be more opposed to that kind of
Hillary Clinton wanted and that's what's happened big league. With her husband in the back of an airplane on the tarmac.
He doesn't get the credit he deserves for taking some very hard positions.
But Hillary Clinton wanted the
It means you would have to have a massive
Correct.
You and good night.
Donald Trump says the groping accusations against him are part of a global conspiracy to ruin his presidency. Yeah, because when the Illuminati are busy running the world, they make up stories about a tangerine pervert. Apparently, Trump once wanted O.J. Simpson to be on The Apprentice. Fortunately, his advisors convinced him that associating with that monster would destroy his reputation, so O.J. backed out. On Tuesday, cameras caught Hillary Clinton's campaign bus dumping raw sewage on a road in Georgia. Meanwhile, Donald Trump continued to dump raw sewage in his Twitter feed. A new accuser has come forward to claim she was sexually harassed by Bill Clinton years ago. Well, now I'm definitely not voting for him. Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton performed at President Obama's final White House state dinner because apparently America's first black president has the musical taste of a middle-aged white woman. The Mexican judge who sentenced El Chapo has been murdered. And in other shocking news, there was a big argument in the Middle East. Lindsay Lohan had a cocktail and Donald Trump said something stupid. Scientists in Peru are investigating the sudden and mysterious death of 10,000 scrotum frogs. Perhaps they died of embarrassment. A 19-year-old chimpanzee at a zoo in North Korea is at the center of a controversy because it's allowed to smoke at least a pack of cigarettes a day. They're calling him the Marlboro mammal. New data shows Hawaii is the state with the lowest voter turnout. Because, hey, how you gonna go to the polls when you're getting busy stoked on gnarly tubes, brah? Time for Nobody Gives a Pokemon Go is rapidly declining in market share and revenue. What's the point of chasing after fake monsters when there are two real monsters right in front of us running for president? Hey, Pokemon, nobody gives a Tom Cruise says if they do a sequel to Top Gun, everything's got to be just as perfect as it was in the original movie. And by everything, I assume he means the searing homoeroticism of the volleyball scene. Hey, short stuff, nobody gives a And at the age of 70, Cher plans on playing concerts in Las Vegas next year. The venue? Geezer's Palace. Hey, Droopy, nobody gives a Thanks, everybody. We have a new episode of the Reynolds Report for you every weekday. Be sure to check out NSS Live, starring Frank D'Angelo and his celebrity panel of guests featuring the legendary Phil Esposito. Tuesdays and Thursdays, NSS Live.